Hooray! Another phone video. Click.
Okay, firstly, I would like to establish how pathetic it is that people are actually feeding off all this drama, getting entertainment out of it. This isn't...
Well, here's why you think that's pathetic if you check this out. He has got 815 thumbs down on this video. That's the only reason you think that this is pathetic. My video's fucking skyrocketed, you ugly fish-eyed little fuck. You're finally just getting some fire under your ass, and you're not liking that. This is great. People get entertainment out of these things because they like to see people under pressure. And I'm under no pressure at all.
Television, this isn't a reality show. Nothing here is fabricated or made up. So if you're one of them...
Well, that's a little disturbing given what you've done on this channel in the past. And, Brian, I knew it. The guy just basically came out and said it, so... I don't know what you're going to say now. Is he lying about that, too?
Many people here to feed off the pain of others. Really, get a life. Now, this individual...
I'm not feeding off the pain of others, asshole. I don't care what kind of pain you go through. You could go to prison for all I care, and I'd be totally ambivalent off it, you stupid fuck. If anybody in the situation feeds off the pain of others, it's you stupid ass. You go and pull people from their states of origin and make them live with you and treat them like shit until they can't stand you. You feed off the pain of others because that's all you know how to do.
Like a stalker making many videos about me, has made a video responding to the last video I made asking him to cease and desist any interactions with us and any talk of us. Us being my in-laws, us being my wife, us being my family, us being me as well.
Well, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit about your in-laws, asshole, and I love this fucking distortion that you somehow have in your head that I give a shit about those people. I don't know them, and I don't give a flying fuck about them, because frankly, my opinion on the matter is if anybody's family is so stupid they're going to willingly let their kid be with somebody as fucking notorious as you, then clearly they don't respect their kid that much. And clearly they don't have any idea of how to be a damn decent parent. I didn't send any fucking mail to your goddamn kid's family, or your girlfriend's family. I can't even speak right now because this is so fucking stupid. I did not do that. I did not. You make me sound like Tommy Wiseau, and that doesn't even matter, because you're not even going to believe me anyway. So whatever, you're just going to keep thinking that I would waste my time doing that, as if there isn't more than 2 people on your ass right now.
I want nothing to do with this person. I've repeatedly let them know that I want nothing to do with them, and yet they...
Well, then that's your fucking problem. You've repeatedly let them know, and I think that's fucking hilarious. I don't want anything to do with them. Let me go make 1,000 friggin' videos about it, and then let me go get my little puppy eye thing here, and then just feel sorry for me. Like, if there wasn't anything to say about you, I wouldn't be fucking saying it.
And quite frankly, I don't understand it. When somebody says, leave me alone,
When somebody says, Jesus.
Leave me alone, and you still bother them, all you are is a bully. And that to me makes you one of the people who feeds off the drama, one of the people...
Yeah, and what happens when you take my old fucking living address and stick it up on the internet, it makes you a crazy sociopath. Alright? It makes you a fucking insane nutcase. And I fucking really don't get why the hell you would do that. You want to accuse me of mailing people I don't give a fuck about? Go ahead. But I can accuse you until the cows come home about doing that shit. And I have proof of it. I mean, there's nobody else I know that would have ever done that, you stupid fuck. My friends aren't that dumb. They don't care about this fucking internet nonsense. Most of them might wonder what the hell this is about. And I don't really care. You know, it's strange to newcomers, I'll admit that. But you did that shit. So, on this basis, fuck you.
Who feeds off the suffering, which makes you pathetic. Pathetic, synonym of sad. Sad because that's what you get enjoyment out of life. Not happiness, not love, not compassion, but rather...
Hey, baby, you want to come off mute and tell me what I get love, joy, and compassion about?
A lot of things.
Yeah, like what? I get compassion out of my music.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, so what? I mean, I don't get compassion out of anything. I mean, you know, all I do with my life, just, you know, I just sit here on the fucking computer, and I do nothing else but just randomly hate on people, when this is probably the most I've ever focused on YouTube in the past 6 or 7 months, because I've had a lull in my production schedule. So... You know, fuck you, dude. Seriously.
pain, torture, etc. I've never watched
Fucking video response is torture. Oh, wow. A fucking video response is torture.
any of his videos in full before. The only thing I've really been told about them is that he says a lot of things that are baseless.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Your ex-girlfriend told me to my face that you watch these things front to back. And as far as I've been able to discern, somebody was festering around on my Facebook, and it was you posing to be another person. So, whatever. The amount of Freudian slips somebody would make in the conversations that I had with them, just a little bit weird. You know, I'm not a very paranoid person. I'm not. I find that very strange. And now that you're, you know, out of nowhere just lamenting about all these videos I've done, even though you've had 4 fucking years to do it up until this point, yeah, that's just a strangely little bit coincidental. It doesn't, you know, surprise me at all that you would do that. Like I said, you narked my old address.
About my wife, who has never said anything negative about him, who wants nothing to do with him, but for some reason he doesn't get that. The reason
I don't give a fuck about your wife, you stupid asshole. Like I said, if her family's gonna let her be with you, then I can't change their fucking mind. If they're so fucking terrible of parents, and like most parents today, where they don't take any responsibility for their kid after a certain age, and they take no accountability for what their fucking kid is gonna be able to do with their life, no matter how much they cement their feet into the ground of failure, then I can't change those people's minds. And to be really honest, my opinion on the whole thing is that I think your wife is really just fucking you because you're famous and you make a whole lot of money. And you've been used and manipulated by women so much on a constant basis that you're so stupid you think that people are incapable of doing that. Which is fucking great. It's absolutely fucking great. You know, I can make these video responses until the cows come home. It doesn't change the fact that you're still an asshole. So whatever. You know, if the act of me making these is somehow a grand sin, then, oh, Jesus, why don't you go bring some of the people from the Roman Catholic Church over to sell me indulgences so I can be cleansed of my sins?
Thought it was him that wrote them the snail mail, which allegedly he didn't actually do that. It was someone that he associates with. Someone that clearly has the same thoughts about me that he does.
Oh, fuck you. I associate with. So what? Am I like fucking a clan member now? You know, there are a lot of people I associate with. I associate with Inmendum. I associate with Coughlin. I associate with fucking, that Napalm guy. What are we, just like some kind of like random fucking just crew of thugs that go around with just like batons? What are we, like the Droogs from fucking Clockwork Orange, dude? I better go bathe myself in milk and then put on a bowler hat and beat the shit out of people now because I associate with people.
The reason my in-laws thought it was him is because he wrote them through Facebook. Who does that?
I never wrote these motherfucking people through Facebook, you stupid fucking asshole. I don't even know what their Facebook is. I don't even care what their fucking Facebook is. You know how much bullshit these groups post every single day about you? That's way too much in my feed to go through. I love how you just accuse me of making baseless assumptions, and then you've just fucking up until, like, I mean, you know, my video's like 8 minutes now, so for like a straight minute in your video, you've done nothing but the same fucking thing. I don't fucking care. You know, I only care about the things that you do to other people and how you fucking screw with their head, twist and distort their argument, and evade it no matter what about the things that you should take accountability for doing. You know, the only reason people are getting concerned about your behavior is because it's your behavior, not mine. So whatever. I mean, for God's sake. What the hell?
It's the in-laws of someone they don't like on YouTube trying to destroy that individual's marriage.
If I wanted to destroy your marriage, all I do is send them a fucking video of the things you did to your fucking ex-girlfriend from Canada. The thing is, I kind of have faith they'll find that on their own. The thing I do when I put these videos up is mainly just wait for people to come find these themselves. I don't need to go out and send these to people. I don't need to do that. Almost every single one of my subscribers found me. And they usually come from your fucking subscriber base in the first place. So what does that have to... What does that go and say?
A woman who doesn't need to be saved because she's happy in her relationship. This guy is such a creep, and it amazes me that so many people support him.
I'm not trying to be a creep, and if somebody was, superiorly happy, they wouldn't be sitting there buried in their phone 24/7, losing weight and complaining about their self-image. If they were so happy all the time, they wouldn't be subjected to the things you put your ex-wife Sky to and be nothing more than a fucking co-host in your videos, for Christ's sake. You'd actually take care of somebody. But I don't see that behavior displayed. Somebody that's trying to subject them to the amazingly huge amount of crazy shit that you're trying to subject them to, you can't deny that shit. There's a serious reason you have to pay $1,200 a month alimony that you were ordered to pay from a judge. A judge just doesn't come in and say, I'm just going to make your life a living hell because I can't. Well, I guess that's actually a partial in-truth. They can if they want to. They're a fucking judge. But when it comes to things like this, there usually are pretty serious motherfucking reasons, dude. So you can't tell me that, they're completely secure and they're completely happy, ignore all the depressing shit that they put up on the internet all day that I have to fucking see for whatever reason, because my feed gets clogged with it. Come on. I have a happy relationship. I really do. There's a clear difference there that anyone can see.
The reason it amazes me is because this person is actively waging war on individuals who want nothing to do with them. Individuals who prior to him...
I'm not waging war, fuck shit. I'm just making videos. If I was waging war, I'd be aligning armies against you. I don't have to do that. The reason why you think people are waging war against you is because most of your fans are getting sick and tired of you being a stupid fuck.
Attacking them, had never said anything negative about him, had never wanted anything to do with him, and didn't even know who he was. So, let's see what
yeah, bullshit. So you fucking make all these videos and you call me a crazy stalker for pointing out that you're kind of a deluded fuck, and then you go and have like 50 people fucking take out my email. Okay, even if that wasn't even your responsibility, whatever, it's still, you're kind of accountable for it because they came from your fucking website. So even if you didn't call the shots on that bullshit, that's still what your fucking fans do, okay? Your fucking fans are crazier than mine and do even more hasty shit than mine do. And in a way, you're sort of accountable for that because you don't do anything to monitor their fucking behavior and you don't care what they do. In fact, I think you kind of get a couple of lulls out of them doing that. So, and clearly you know who the fuck I am by this goddamn point. I'm not doing these videos for my friggin' health. Alright, you can tell me to get a life all you fucking want, but all I'm doing is responding to videos on the internet. Okay? I mean, if that is somehow such a fucking evil thing, then I guess the whole institution of YouTube is just an evil all of its own. There's plenty of things that are evil about YouTube, but this doesn't really seem like it.
Has to say about me. Oh God, it's 14 minutes and 44 seconds. Really? Jesus. Okay, first of all, my wife's name is Lainey, not Lanely. And secondly, about that...
I don't know what video you're talking to, for Christ's sake, because my last video was like an hour long.
Handwritten letter. While I was making my video response to you asking you to stop stalking us, you sent me a response to me saying, leave us alone, you freak, saying the person who wrote that letter to my in-laws was actually someone else who also made hate videos against me. But I fall back on the point that you have been...
Well, it probably was, asshole. I'm not gonna sit there and take responsibility for something I didn't friggin' do, dumbass. What, you want me to take responsibility for like 9/11 or something? That's a preposterous argument.
Inserted yourself into my personal life despite that I want nothing to do with you, despite that my wife wants nothing to do with you, despite the fact that my in-laws want nothing to do with you. You wrote my in-laws on Facebook, and you know you did, which is incredibly creepy, just because...
I never fucking did, and you can just keep making that lie as much as you want to, because you know how much at this point your fucking stupid fans will buy into it. I would not waste my time with something that fucking stupid, okay? Like I said 3 times already, probably. If they're gonna fucking allow this kind of crap to go on, then they're just exploiting it, really, and they just don't really seem to give a crap. And it doesn't surprise me with the way parents treat their kids in this day and age. Half of them just want a kid so they can have a servant eventually when the kid grows up enough to be just nothing more than a chore hound in their house. Fuck parents like that. And you goddamn assholes wonder why the country's full of kids who can't even get a single decent passing grade in school. You fucking idiots.
Because someone else in fact did that snail mail does not make you any less innocent, especially considering the...
Okay, so if somebody else sent it, I still gotta get blamed for it anyway. Because I'm still responsible for somebody else's action. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Although somebody else clearly did this, and it kind of gets you off the hook on this, you're still responsible for it anyway because I said so. What?
Fact that you posted my marriage certificate to the internet, and just because my marriage certificate is already available to the public if people pay a fee, or in your case I suppose it was free,
It was! People found that shit for free. They found it on the goddamn state of fucking, what was it, New Mexico's fucking government website. You could find my birth certificate for free if you wanted to. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to, but if you want to, I'm sure you can. Most information like that is publicly accessible for free because how do you think jobs do things like background checks on new employees and shit? You know, the information like that's publicly accessible for purposes like that. And I think the reason why anybody would try to dig that information up is because you were telling your family an inconsistent story. You know, I think maybe that's why this whole thing just pisses you off so much. Maybe you lied to these people about this sort of thing and you didn't want them to find out. I would be, as a parent, concerned that my kid was marrying a guy almost 30, all right? I mean, at being like 17, because they don't know fucking shit about life yet. They haven't hit the bullshit in life yet. They haven't seen, and I've said this so many times, how crappy things can get. Once you've really suffered and the shit has really fallen on you, well, then I can tell you straight up. Then you realize what kind of people you want to be around and what kind of people you don't want to be around. What you did to Shiloh was absolutely deplorable. And she's not very innocent on the issue either. You both did your share of bullshit. But to take someone away from everything that they know and to put them in a situation where they were completely afraid and completely singled out and then just act like you didn't do anything fucking wrong, shithead, is completely deplorable. And the fact that you tried to do that to one of my friends and you tried to force yourself on them and then you just go harass them over Google Plus for, fucking weeks before they finally got all their friends against you to just tell you to go fuck off and leave them alone. That's also deplorable. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't make these videos just to go blather hate on the internet. This is all shit you've done. Does that somehow make me an evil person for that acknowledgement? But, like I said, you can't run away from that shit. I don't do things like this. If making a video on the internet and then taking the accusation that I would waste my time messaging people I don't even fucking know whatsoever, people who I don't even know where the hell in the country they live, then, yeah, whatever. Okay? Whatever. Apparently you think I would waste my fucking time doing that. Because at this point, you're being so fucking vague and ambiguous, I don't even know which one of us you're fucking talking about, to be completely honest. Nobody who's watching these even knows what the fuck is going on at this point.
Posting my full name, my wife's full name, and our marriage certificate...
You made a fucking website a few years ago, and the URL was your full name, so you've fucking done that yourself.
Of privacy in the sense that you posted it to a hate video. It's not like you said, hey, Lainey and Greg got married, congratulations to them, I'm so happy for them, here's proof that they got married. No, it wasn't positive whatsoever.
Well, who the fuck does that anyway? Babe, have you ever heard of, anyone doing that? Have you ever... Is she there? I think she stepped out of the room. My girl's on Skype. Oh, okay, so he knows don't stand so close to me. Okay, so at this point, okay. But like I said, I mean, have you, ever heard of anyone doing that? Where they just put a marriage certificate up as a positive thing? I mean, when you get married, there's usually a part where they say, if anyone objects to this union, please speak now or forever hold your peace. There's kind of a reason why they have that. There usually would be a reason why someone might object to something like that.
A video dedicated to ripping me apart. You weren't trying to accomplish anything good in posting our marriage certificate. You were trying to invade our privacy and make our lives hectic. And
you invaded my fucking privacy by posting up a stupid little threatening address, asshole. You have to pay to keep those fucking profiles up. Alright? They're not free. So if you weren't paying for it, I could assume that it was a troll. But the fact that you do have to pay for an IMDb resume page, as far as I understand, kind of proves to me that it's you doing that shit. Because I don't know anyone in my personal life who knew me back then that would waste their time on this kind of shit.
Good question. Why are you still making videos with my name in the title? You like launching personal attacks on other people?
I'm still making these videos because people like watching me make them. Quite frankly. You know, if it was a topic that was boring to people, I wouldn't make videos on it. I find you to be an incredibly interesting person in the fact that you cannot acknowledge for a single fucking second all the things that you do that are wrong. And you totally evade them and do some of the most weird mental gymnastics that I've ever seen someone do. For the shittiest of purposes. Okay? If I really, really was such an evil person, then how the hell can I amass a subscriber base whatsoever? Even the people that like my videos would eventually get sick and tired of this bullshit. Okay? You know, they go and they assume that I'm obsessed with this topic. Well, go fuck yourself if you want to think that I'm obsessed with this topic. I just find it interesting, alright? You fucking assholes think that I sit there and I just beat off to these videos all day? That this is all my life encompasses? You know, I take like maybe an hour a day to do one video, or 20 minutes out of a day to do another video. Whatever. I mean, if that's what warrants a friggin' exception, if that's what warrants an obsession, then look at what this motherfucker does. He's got like 5 channels and does nothing but sit there and fuck around on each and every single one of them every single day, and then claims that he's not obsessed with his haters. What the fuck? Seriously? Okay, I mean, yeah, it's kind of bullshit, I guess, to focus on what is pretty much a dying YouTuber. I mean, dude, you're like number 300 on the popular list now. You're like almost completely irrelevant, which is sort of me owning myself all in of itself. But this kind of back and forth stuff is just, I don't know, I find it interesting. I kind of do. And if you think that I'm trying to invade your personal life and I'm trying to just make your life a living hell, I'm not. I'm responding to a topic. You're sort of doing that all on your own. I mean, you will have to take accountability for the things that you've done. I don't go around and do those things to people. I'm not abnormal like that.
People makes you feel good about yourself. Why do you do this? If you have an opinion, fine, state it. If it's
I am, asshole. And you don't like the fact that I state my opinion in kind of an offensive manner. You want me to what? Like, consummate that and kiss your ass because you don't like the way I make a video response? Really?
Groups of people, I don't care because it's never personal. But when you make it personal, when you repeatedly attack people you have never met, who you don't know the full story on, you become a total scumbag.
Well, you can say that all you want, but the thing is, nobody really knows your true story, and I find that even a little weirder. You have a really inconsistent story. From everything you put up on that weird site of yours that I found, you know, to this crap, to your video, Onision's Memories, you don't have a very consistent backstory. Okay? Which makes me kind of think you're just making shit up about yourself. Because you don't like the fact that you've kind of grown up in a way that's made you hurt people consistently. If ever you could get rehabbed for that sort of thing, then yeah, more power to you. I'd stop doing this shit. If you actually stopped trying to fucking victimize people and backhandedly single them out, then I would stop. But I can't because, you know, the problem is every time I do, you just go back right to the same fucking crazy fucking bullshit. And you go fucking start railing on people for making decisions in their personal lives which are completely natural to make. I mean, you know, you fucking railed on people for being meat eaters, which is a totally natural choice. We're a fucking mammal, asshole. We'll eat anything. There's situations where humans get so desperate for food, not to make this a anti-vegetarian or whatever argument you want to call it, but there are situations where humans get so desperate for food, they'll eat each other. So that alone kind of defeats that argument. I don't even know what the hell that has to do with this video. It really doesn't. I just figured I'd throw that out there anyway.
Done, and what you continue to do is harassment. And if this wasn't about views, then you wouldn't put my name in the title. Your biggest channel has 90,000 subscribers.
When the hell does my channel have 90,000 subscribers? I think he's talking about Mr. Repsion. My channel only has like 4,000. But that's 4,000 people I totally love.
Alright, so you keep putting my name in your video titles, you keep leeching hits off me, you keep trying to demonize me,
And since when is 90,000 subscribers somehow a small number, dude? That's like a full football field of people wanting to listen to fucking what this kid has to say. Alright, that's an entire stadium full of people that want to hear what he has to say. So I'd say that the fact that YouTube provides people with a platform that they can speak at such a level is kind of awesome, really. you know.
Relationship.
I just guess that when people hear the word subscriber and the fact that it's over the internet, they really don't look at it from that perspective. I think the fact that 4,000 or so people, I'm not even sure how many subscribers I have right now, the fact that that many people want to hear what I have to say, I find that pretty cool. Even if it's not as big of a number as yours, that's still 4,000 goddamn people. Regardless, that's a lot of people. I don't think I've been in a, since the last festival concert I've been to, I don't think I've been in a room with 4,000 people in it in a very long time.
Etc. And post my marriage certificate all over the internet. Because you've already done that. It's already proven that you've done that. You know damn well you got a Facebook friend request rejected by my wife because she thinks you're creepy, just like my in-laws think you're creepy.
I don't ever remember trying to add your fucking wife on Facebook, and I don't know if anybody that we associate with ever did, but if that's true, wow.
You know that whole Dear the Parents of My Wife video you made? Yeah, they think you're a freak, dude. Seriously.
How do we know that they think he's a freak? Why don't you let them speak for themselves? If they're really so concerned about these things, Greg, I think that we'll be more inclined to cease and desist if they have something to say about it themselves. But I don't think we'll ever get that fucking video, because I don't think that you want them to speak up, because I think when they come and they look at the videos that we make, which you probably don't even really show them, and I don't really know how much to really believe from you, they'll probably start thinking that you're kind of a gigantic man-child who's in very, very, very little control of his life. Like I said, we're dealing with a person who's incapable of having a normal life. And the fact that you throw out these accusations about people like myself and Daniel all the fucking time, it's kind of bullshit. Because you can be accused of doing the same thing with other YouTubers. You know, you've alienated your friendships with every single person you've ever worked with on here who tried to help you out. No wonder you've got a boner for Shane Dawson. He's the reason you had a fucking career. And you've totally emaciated that. You used to be friends with Sear. You butt-fucked that. You used to be friends with, what was that black guy's name, hun? Babe? You there?
I'm here.
What was that black guy's name he used to work with?
What?
What is that black guy Greg used to work with? What was his name?
Spillsy Butts?
Yeah, what's his real name? Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucked that over with Damon. You fucked your friendships over with all these people. And then you're going to sit there and say that, my anti-Onision kind of thing, that whatever the fuck you want to call it, that we're prone to the same thing. Not really, dude. I mean, I've made some of the coolest friendships over this website through this whole thing, so whatever. I'm not going to sit here and justify some of the stupid trolling that's gone on, because there's some levels of trolling that people will do, and there's some levels of this whole thing that it's gotten to, especially over the course of early last year, that had just been stupid, And I'll say that. There are things that you would have the right to be offended at, because there are things that I got offended at people fucking doing too. That was just absolutely heinous and absolutely fucking stupid. And then they ended up disintegrating their whole friggin' group because of it, which I thought was special. So these groups, they're not really innocent of, stupid behavior. They can succumb to it. But I think when it comes to exchanges like this, all we're doing is speaking the fucking truth, and you don't like that. So,
me emails, because you know that you've written me quite a few. Don't you ever contact my in-laws again. Don't you ever try to contact my wife again. So, with that being said...
Or what? You'll fucking stick a dick in my eye?
To all the people who support me and love me, thank you so much for being you. Thank you so much for not supporting this stalker creep freak. And yeah, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, as I've already uploaded 2 videos today.
Oh, that sounds like you're going to have so much of a good time enjoying your day. You're probably going to go kick a puppy for all I know.
And by the way, I stopped watching your 14-minute and 44-second video about what a piece of shit you think I am. Because quite frankly, I feel like you have to be a total loser to feel like watching you rant about some dude you don't even know on the internet.
Actually, a couple of the points you made would have actually proved that you watched the whole thing in full, because the only way you could have come around to making those points was if you watched his video all the way through. So, you kind of just owned yourself.
Productive use of their time. Bye.
So, anyway, I'm going to put this video up and see how much more bullshit that it kind of gets, because I'm more than sure it's going to trigger another response, and yeah, I'm totally shirtless, so that's special. This is beautiful. This reminds me of last year. This reminds me of This just reminds me too much of the good old days, really. But like I said, I mean, we're not doing this for any truly malicious purpose. I mean, if this guy feels the flames of fire under his ass, that's just because he wants to feel them there. So, fuck him. If making a video response is really the pinnacle of human injustice, then I guess that you can call me Joseph fucking Stalin or something. I don't fucking know. Me and Daniel will
Hi,
just...
Stalin.
What?
Hi, Stalin.
I command you get me as much vodka as possible.
Well, you've been stalling.
On what?
Closing the video.
I have been. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later when the next video comes out, but me and Daniel are just going to keep on keeping on with these things, so what the fuck ever.